All right, welcome back. So, have you ever tried to change someone's mind about something? I mean, really tried? It's tough, right? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the art of persuasion and figure out what it actually takes to build an argument that sticks. Let's get into it. So, let's just start with this classic question. When you're trying to convince somebody, what do you reach for first? Are you pulling out the charts, the data, the cold, hard facts? Or are you trying to tell a story to connect with them on an emotional level? It kind of feels like you have to pick one, doesn't it? The head or the heart? But here's the secret, the thing that most people miss. The most powerful arguments, the ones that actually work, they don't pick a side. They don't just go for logic, and they don't just go for emotion. The real key to persuading anyone of anything is using both of them together. Yeah, you should really think of them as a team, like a persuasion power duo. Each one has a totally different but super important job to do. So to see how they work together, we've got to break down what each one brings to the table. Okay, first step, we have logic. This is the skeleton of your argument. It's the solid foundation, right? It's built with reasons, with evidence, with facts, with clear thinking. It's the part of your argument that's designed to appeal to that rational thinking brain. And this really gets to the heart of what logic does. Its whole job is to build trust. It's there to answer that skeptical little voice in the other person's head that's asking, okay, prove it. Why should I believe that this is true? Now, on the other side of our duo, we've got emotion. And if logic is the skeleton, you can probably guess emotion is the heart. It's what brings the facts to life and makes the whole argument feel, well, human. It forges that personal connection by tapping into feelings and experiences we all share. And this is absolutely crucial, because you can have the most logical, fact-based argument in the world, but if your audience doesn't care, it's just not going to land. Emotion is what answers that next big question. Okay, I believe you, but so what? Why does this matter to me? It's what provides the motivation to actually do something. So, theory is one thing, but let's see how this power duo actually plays out in the real world. We're going to look at a pretty simple, relatable example to show you how mixing logic and emotion can make an argument almost impossible to ignore. Let's take the classic debate about later school start times. Okay, so the logical pitch is pure data. Studies show it improves grades. It's fact-based. It's hard to argue with that, right? But then you have the emotional pitch, which connects that data to something we all feel. It talks about students deserving to be healthy, about avoiding burnout. See how they work together? And this is exactly why you need both. The logic, the studies, that's what builds the trust and makes your argument seem credible. But the emotion, that appeal to well-being and health, that's what builds the motivation to make a change. So it's simple. Trust from logic plus motivation from emotion equals real persuasion. Okay, now this is a really important point. There is a golden rule here. Emotion is an incredibly powerful tool, but you've got to use it responsibly. It should be there to make a truthful point shine, to make it feel important. It should never, ever be used to manipulate people or, just completely replace the facts. Great persuasion always starts with the foundation of truth. All right, so now you know the secret formula. It is your turn to put this into action. We're going to do a little mini challenge right now to get those persuasion muscles warmed up. Here it is. Your challenge is to argue for less homework. I want you to come up with 2 quick points. First, a logical one. Maybe something about studies on student stress or the need for extracurriculars. And second, an emotional one. How does a mountain of homework actually make students feel? Think about family time, stress, or even just the joy of learning getting squeezed out. Go ahead and pause here for a second and think of your 2 points. Okay, let's do a quick knowledge check to make sure this is sinking in. Question 1. Which of these questions does logic primarily answer? And the correct answer is B. Why should I believe this? Yep, logic is all about building that trust and credibility. And now for question 2. Which of these questions does emotion primarily answer? You got it. It's A. Why should I care? Emotion is what creates that personal connection and makes people want to act. Fantastic job. So if you take away just one thing from all of this, let it be this. Effective persuasion isn't a battle between facts and feelings. It's not one or the other. It's about finding that perfect, elegant balance between the two so you can build an argument that people both believe in and care about. So now that you've got this power duo in your toolkit, you are ready for the next level. In our next explainer, we're going to dig into how the way you frame an argument can totally change how people see it, even if the facts are the same. It's a real game changer.
I will see you then.